This is a Mahogany campaign washstand made to dismantle, and it's a little bit different to most that we see. This example behind it with the brass standards and the little bit of a larger shape is more common, and a number of different English makers made these from probably the second half of the 19th century into the early 20th century. Companies like Allen, Hill and Millard, Day and Son, etc. all made these. This one's probably a little bit earlier, mid 19th century in date. We can see we've got really chunky turned uprights. You've got good thick boards, and they're getting on for twice the thickness of the boards on this washstand behind. You've got a cutout to the top to take your bowl, and you've also got a brass gallery to stop any splashbacks. But what's also unusual about this is that instead of having 4 sets of uprights and 4 legs, you've only got 3. But it's not any less stable really for it. Perhaps because of the construction, it is quite chunky, as I've already pointed out, in its make, but really nicely made. So let's just speed up the film a little bit and I'll show you how it dismantles. Now with it dismantled, we can have a little bit of a closer look at it. So let's have a look at the boards. So we can see that's quite a nice mahogany there. Quite a nice little bit of difference in the colour to the grain. You can see the thickness of the boards. To the underside, the uprights have got a wooden thread. Now this is also another point of interest, which is a little bit unusual. So you've got a wooden thread fitting to the blocks to the underneath of the top, but the rest of it has got steel threads, as we can see there and at the other side. And yeah, you might just be able to see there is what looks like a little patch. Now that's not on purpose. That would have been a cutout, the bolt inserted to receive this steel thread, and then a piece of wood fitted back over the top just to tidy it up. But of course, with time and age, the cutout has become a little bit more apparent. So slightly different in the way it's constructed, the fact that they're using both steel and wooden threads. And again, with it dismantled, we can have a really good look at the shape of the uprights, quite nicely turned, good quality mahogany. Now we know that Ross of Dublin made wooden campaign washstands. This is not by Ross, it's not really their style or their look. This is an unknown maker. We'll probably never know who it was. We have seen wooden washstands by other makers in some of their catalogues. I think early ones by J.W. Allen were made of wood. But again, the 3 legs makes it a little bit more unusual. And as we've got this board up, we can see it's had a little bit of damage there. We can see that there's just a split. Doesn't go all the way through, but we can see it goes partially through. Not a lot you can do about that. Something you've just got to live with, and you can see it a little bit more apparent there on the back and just on the edge. And of course, that's the back edge. You've got the single leg at the back. So quite a nice mahogany washstand, probably English, possibly Irish or Scottish, but probably English. and mid 19th century in date.